Hi, happy Aro Week 2024. Well, it's not actually a Aro Week yet. I mean, not all, it's not even February. Again, I have to shoot this video earlier because my living situation is gonna be weird during Aro Week. And I wanna make this video. So, a couple of updates first. I dyed my hair again this week, middle of January. This is known as mahogany copper. It was my go-to dye, like if I need to dye my hair a respectable color quickly. And I don't really have the need right now, but I like this much better than that weird black weird thing I had going on. So this is much better. And second update, usually with this necklace I also have an aromatic flag pen. Unfortunately, I lost it somewhere in Helsinki or Tallinn. In last December I made a trip there and the safety pin is very terrible. It stabbed me in the boob a couple of times, so I put it in my bag and then I noticed it wasn't there anymore once I got back. So that's a shame. But I do have green nails. So for the actual topic of today's video, I want to talk about Aro and Ace Rings. Briefly, the history of Aro and Ace Rings, and then my own journey of finding the perfect ones. So the Ace Ring was an idea that was developed on the Avon forums. In 2005, they wanted to come up with something that would, some kind of a subtle way of signaling to people in the know, like people in the community, other queer people, some allies, that you are asexual without it being something very blatant. And this is an older symbol than even the ace flag, which was designed in 2010. And so, to research on what other different communities use, what kind of symbols other communities use, that so they don't overlap, or something like that, they came up with a black ring on your right middle finger. And then years later, in 2015, once the aromatic community was making its becoming more its own separate but still somewhat connected community, they wanted to kind of like a reverse of that, so it's a white ring on your left middle finger, right middle finger, red middle finger, white, black. So my own personal, I haven't made any kind of proper like journey video because I don't think it's not any interesting, but it's long and short of it. I joined Tumblr in 2011, and at that point it was a decent place to find info about asexuality. Like I saw a lot of info like asexuality, gray asexuality, gray sexuality, whichever word you want to use, and demisexuality. And then I spent a couple of years, maybe 3, for coming to terms whether or not my own personal experiences count as demisexual, and is it right for me to identify that way. And then I finally did accept that. I think that was something like 2014. And at the time I did identify as heteroromantic, but I kind of always thought that was kind of like asterisk because of my own gender identity and whatever. But then in 2016, I had my last bout of attraction. I was attracted to someone with a bond, after a bond was formed, and then I realized that I don't actually experience attraction separately. Like I'm not having non-sexual romantic crushes on people. I need that bond to develop any attractions, and then I'm usually gonna experience those attractions together. So that's why I'm glad that someone finally came up with term with that, with Demi Rose. I like that. But it has been coming on 8 years since I was last attracted to someone. So I do feel like very Aro Ace. And even if I was, like I am proud of I'm very into both my demisexual and demiromantic identities, but I also like generally really like being like Aro Ace. So first I was starting to look, somewhere 2015, 2014, something like that. I was trying to look for an ace ring, a simple black ring, and that was, I remember that being rather simple. I probably got it from Tallinn. It was a black stone ring. Moment. Green for Aro. And I really liked it. It was right size. It fit me perfectly. It wasn't too heavy. I really liked wearing it. I think I probably wore. I remember I wearing basically daily, or like constantly for months. But unfortunately, then it dropped. I dropped it twice. First on some kind of, I think stone floor or tile floor, one of those things. So I dropped it once, and about a third of it came off. So I could fix it with glitter glue, which had its own spin on it, and it worked for well for some time. But finally, I dropped it a second time, and that was that. It was unsalvageable, and like that is a shame. Because like I get really attached to that ring, and I like the thing about these rings. It's like it has a two wrong purpose. Like I said, that it's about like people in the know recognizing you if you wear an ace ring or an arrow ring, and that's one part of it. But it also it feels very like it's about personal validation, like personal pride thing. So like it was like I was embracing my demisexuality by having that ring, and then when it broke like that, it was a bummer. I was sad, but I like okay, but I really like that feeling, and so when I want a new one, and that was very very difficult. Like I just suddenly could not find simple black stone rings like that, my first one, anywhere. Like I think this was my first this was my second or third arrow ring attempt. But the thing about this is very heavy. It's mostly black, so that's good, but it's very heavy, and I think the edges are actually sharp, so I remember this like ripping my skin a little bit. So like this wasn't good. And then I had this one. This was my another early one. I can find here. There's like two black stripes and a silver one. So that's I actually reused this, like to put black nail polish on it. And this was nice. It's nice and light, but it's almost what I wanted, but not quite. So then for a long time, I just repurposed some mood rings. These are old and kind of broken, so I always default very dark. So they kind of work, but they also kind of not. Because again, there's like I can feel like I'm wearing an ace ring when I wear especially this lower one. But does anyone else who might know about ace rings, do they know what I mean when I wear this? So then, starting 2016, I started looking for an arrow ring. White is even harder to find, unless it's something like this. I think this is kind of cute. This is from one chocolate egg or another. So with arrow, because I could not find anything white for a really long time, I started going with more thematic ones. There's a couple of nice ones that I don't know where they are anymore. I had this one that was like a cat, silver cat. It was really cute, and I really liked that, a cat lady living alone. I kind of liked that. That was thematic. And then there was some kind of like another kid's ring was like this heart that was yellow and a little bit green, because those are also colors that are connected with a romantic community, so I like that. But and then I had this for a bit, because like this is a cute little snake, and I think sometimes our community like snakes are fun. And like this, there's the white zirconium, and I went with its light color. There's some white. That's the best I could do for a long time. So then I kind of pivoted, like for arrow, it's more green rather than, because I can't wear white, maybe I can find green. And these are something that I found at some point. A lot of these are like from either from marketplaces or like H&M. Basically, haven't gone to an actual tour or anything for this. So like I had these. Oh, they wrong way around. So fix. Yeah, these are from H&M. This kind of green and black, but these are very, very heavy and they don't fit me anymore, so I couldn't even use this if I wanted to. What did I have next? Another attempt at a green one. This was kind of some kind of wooden one, and then I just used nail polish, probably specifically this nail polish to color it. Then I had, again, because I was struggling with black, I went little bit with purple. I kind of like this. This is nice and simple, but still not quite what I was looking for. Then I really pivoted into the purple or green aesthetic. I'm gonna show these at the same time. These are kind of nice. Like these are nice and simple, but I actually found one in white and that I wore. It was my Aro ring for a bit, but I wore it in sauna too much, so it melted. So these have the same problem if I would gonna be doing that. But these are nice and simple. But again, it's kind of like, do other people know what I mean? They might, or they might not. But then these are the kind of like stone rings, again from H&M. These are not good to use. They don't feel nice. They are loose, very loose, and don't feel good to wear for a long periods of time. Like I should make them into a necklace or something. But I did manage to find one in white, and I did buy it. As you can see, even though I know it doesn't feel right, and it kind of looks a bit weird, but it was white. You do what you can get. So then I repurposed other rings like this. I've probably showed this in some video. This was a red stone ring, and I just put nail polish on it, and this is my earlier ones, and I just put black nail polish, and then I some kind of varnish or whatever word you use as a coat. It worked for a while, and I already showed you. And then this one I bought last summer. I think this is cute. This kind of little zebra. This is wood, made from wooden. So I kind of like if I want to arrow, if I want to be ace, if I want to be arrow, but like it's kind of already worn a little bit. So I'm not sure how much I can use it before it's all black. And it's cute and it's light and I like wearing it, but it's still not quite what I want. So for a lot of time, I'm just going what I can get. And it's not always, not what I haven't really found what I wanted all these years. But then last November, I went to this book fair, Christmas fair, whatever is the correct word for that. And I went to the Christmas side. No, I don't know, is it really Christmas side? Or maybe like buy Christmas presents. And there I finally found this. Like they had one white ring, one white stone ring. And I was, does it fit me? Does it fit me? And yes, it does. It fits my middle finger. It works perfectly. Like it's like the ideal arrow ring I would have probably would have wanted. And then they also had this. This is more like a dark gray or dark silver. So it's a bit more shiny than what I necessarily want, but I think it's also very well fits the purpose. So these are not quite the same. but they match enough. And like sometimes I talk about how heavy these are, and these are, yeah, like you know when you're using these because of the weight, not because they are too tight. But I think that's sometimes it's good. I not like knowing that I'm wearing these. I guess they like you can feel the weight, but it's not too much, and you can also feel it when you take them off. Like you can feel you're not wearing them, which might be a bit too much. So I really love these, and now I'm very happy with my Ace rings. And so this is the end of the video. Happy Arrow Week. I will maybe see you some other time. Bye.